Okay, so in 4 or 5 years, I've been doing a lot of movie reviews on this channel. I pick and choose what I want to go to, so I could have said this about other movies if I had been a dedicated reviewer going to all kinds of movies. But this is the first time I've ever said this on this channel. Joker 2 is a piece of shit. I hated this movie. I absolutely hated it. Now, what I do like is hybrid movies. So this movie is trying to do the superhero movie, the villain movie with a musical. And thank goodness someone's trying to revive the American songbook or musical classics, getting some singing in movies. But this is not the movie to do it. And when it tries to do it, it's boring, annoying. I have no idea how to watch this movie and try to make sense out of it other than it's a nihilistic piece of garbage. Reason why I say that, the first movie, I got something out of. I'm not going to rewatch it, but I thought, hey, this is better than I thought. And it's a comic book movie, for sure, in my opinion. It's definitely in the DC universe and wants Batman to show up, who never really does in the first Joker movie. And so I take this movie to be a comic book movie as a sequel to that one, and especially because it opens as a Warner Brothers cartoon. Yes, the first 5 or 6 minutes, maybe 3 or 4 minutes, the Joker is a like Porky Pig or Bugs Bunny in a cartoon. So the movie kind of signals to you it's supposed to be fun or goofy, but no. It's going to be dark. It's going to be dimly lit. Terrible lighting in this, in my opinion. And it's going to be about police brutality and multiple personality disorder, focusing on a guy you know as a psychopath, a sociopath, who is completely unlikable in my opinion, and is supposed to be unlikable. And yet the movie kind of has abandoned some of the ideas in the first Joker movie. Like, where did Arthur Fleck come from? What caused him to be who he was? The movie had all kinds of answers and mixed them all together. This one, he's just breaking into song. Lady Gaga's in this as Harley Quinn, breaking into song, and it's dim, it's dull, people get beat up, and it's stupid. By stupid, I mean all kinds of legal things happen in this that make zero sense. I mean, people are contradicting themselves in the movie. For example, the defender of Arthur Fleck, who's in an insane asylum, Arkham Asylum, she thinks he has multiple personality disorder, but then she lets him go be on TV. And by the way, this guy's been on TV and been a sensation and caused riots in Gotham City. Is anybody going to let him on TV? Even in a moral media? I don't even think this would happen in the bizarro world we live in with social media. I just think this is ridiculous. And by the way, the court case, which takes so long in this movie, an hour and a half of long drawn out court case in which everyone says a line, pauses for a long time, and says another line. Arthur Fleck is allowed to have his own makeup and be the Joker in a court case. Now that's why I say this is a comic book movie. It can only make sense as a comic book movie because no one would be this stupid, right, in real life. And yet the movie has a realist aesthetic, and yet the movie is a musical with all kinds of flashy, expressionist moments. Joaquin Phoenix is the Joker in this. I love Joaquin Phoenix, but he's made two stinkers in a row, Napoleon and then this one, and I don't know what's going on here with the singing voice, which is not very good, definitely not interesting or attractive in any way. I thought he sung credibly. My memory says he did in the biopic about Johnny Cash Walk the Line, but why don't they let these people have full-throated singing voices using singing coaches and do it their best? I have no idea. Like, Lady Gaga's mostly a whispery voice. And here she does Karen Carpenter, and I love Karen Carpenter, but she doesn't sound anything like her, and it's not very good. And then the movie has Brendan Gleeson in it, the great Brendan Gleeson, as a prison guard. He tells jokes, and he beats up Arthur Fleck, and I cannot tell what this character is supposed to be or do in this movie. In fact, there's police brutality in this, and does that make us supposed to feel sympathetic to Arthur? I mean, the guy's a maniac. He killed 6 people. Like, I don't. What's the police brutality doing in here except adding more despair and destruction and violence to a movie that already has those tones galore? What's the movie doing with multiple personality disorder? You know, for a while people want to excuse Arthur, and maybe he does have multiple. I have no idea, and this is a real thing in the real world. The movie just throws it in, uses it, and then dispenses of it. I mean, all those social causes and probably some criticisms of welfare and environmental causes in the first movie, they've been largely discarded here for what I think is an attempt to be artsy and cinematic. This one is cinematic, probably throughout. Probably every shot is of interest, although, as I said, I didn't like the lighting. And so then I can see how they're trying, Todd Phillips, the director, is trying to do something cinematic and honor film history in some way, shape, or form. So I'm glad somebody tried that. But that doesn't make it watchable. It doesn't make it interesting. Certainly the plot goes nowhere. I mean, nothing happens in this movie, basically, except for Arthur Fleck falls in love with Harley Quinn, even though he shouldn't be allowed to do that. She shouldn't be allowed in his insane asylum cell. And I don't even know why I'm criticizing a comic book movie that makes no sense. I did want to walk out about halfway through. I did want to, get my money back. That'll never happen. I want my life back. I find this movie to be pretty useless. I don't think anybody's going to get anything out of it. Well, not me, of course. Maybe you did. You should tell me in the comments why this movie is any good. I'm having a very hard time justifying it at all, except for a few pretty pictures in it. But then again, it's not entertaining. It's not, I want a musical, I want to escape. I want to have fun if it's going to be a musical. Wall-E was a post-apocalyptic musical. The Coen brothers have a lot of fun with their musicals. They have some weirdo musicals. Even Inside Llewyn Davis is very dark, has some disturbing themes, but is quite right on the tones. This one has no clue what to do with music. So that's one of my giant problems with it. Can't imagine this movie's going to do good at the box office. I can't imagine many people liking it. But hey, what do I know? I might be in the minority. What do you think of Joker 2? Let us know in the comments. And I guess, no, please subscribe to the channel. I love movies. I love a lot of movies, just not this one.